Welcome to Sim UK. This is Fernbus Coach Simulator. Today we're going to be looking at and assessing the new added features that are shipped with TML's newest patch release 1.59726. I tell you what, they're coming out at a rate of knots here. We will also be looking at the enhancements included and discussing the announcement of Fernbus 2 and what that means for just about everything. So whilst we're doing this, I shall have to restart my FlixBus route from Dresden to Dortmund, and I shall be doing this for two very good reasons. Reason one is that the game crashed before I could save the last time, so I would have to drive this first section again from Dresden to Leipzig again regardless. And reason two is that as part of the new patch, routes now have scheduled rest stops, or at least that is the case for ones that we create. And I'm hoping that the same applies to the official FlixBus routes also. Whilst we are on the subject of rest stops, I can confirm that this section of the game has received some good updates, but more on that later. So if we go back to the main menu, there's been a GUI improvement within the patch. And it says here that leaderboard position has been fixed in player profile. Now, I think it might be this at the top here. I'm not entirely sure. I don't recall this being horrifically bad, but obviously there was an alignment issue that the guys at TML just couldn't stand looking at anymore, so they fixed that, which is great. And look at you guys, my goodness me, Alan Sherwood. What a legend you are. Look at the XP you've got. You are absolutely stonking it, Alan. And the rest of you guys are not doing too bad either. There's some of us down here who... Timo. Hello, Timo. There's some of you guys that... yeah. I mean, I definitely could be picking my feet up a bit. When you look at 3,469 XP compared to Alan's 129,000, I mean, yeah, I need to be pulling my socks up. Well done, Alan. You're an absolute legend. I'm going to start trying to hunt you down now. Okay, so really... in terms of the front page, the GUI, that's the only change that has been announced as part of this patch. So let's go start our route. There's our beautiful bus. Now, it would appear that this still doesn't update to the current date, so I'm going to set it now. What time are we? We are 9:30. Kind of a cloudy day, but I'm going to stick with dynamic and just let it do whatever it does. Okay then, let's fire her up. So I guess in the interest of ultimate realism, we have to go around and check everything is okay. Only one open this side. I thought two opened. It's been a while since I've played actually. It's two this side, isn't it? Okay, so everything looks good. We don't have any miscellaneous luggage on board. The wheels look fine. Tyre pressures are good. Come on, door close. Fantastic. Right. So... hopefully you guys have seen that I've released a tutorial alongside this video today. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you go and check it out. It will show you how to get one-to-one steering with 900-degree turn in this game. A feature which I have been longing for too long. So I've got the camera on today. Hello guys. If you watch my wheel and you watch the wheel in the game, you'll see that they're absolutely, well, I say absolutely, we're out by a fraction, but effectively we are getting full 900-degree turn, which is 450 degrees to the left and 450 degrees to the right. So that's working superbly. And if you haven't seen that tutorial, it's up now, so jump in there and take a look at that. And if it helps you out, please hit the like button. The like button hitting is absolutely essential for a YouTuber like myself. Right. Let's get this coach up and running. I feel like my field of view has changed. I don't know if it has. We've got an additional mirror. Either I'm a complete pillock. We've got 2 that side. Well, 3 in total. They weren't there before, were they? Is that something I missed from a previous version, or is that new? I'm going to have to investigate that. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments. But I don't recall having seen 2 mirrors in there before. I'm sure that's new. Right, sorry, that wasn't part of the script. I wasn't expecting to say that. So we got the engine on. Let's get all this stuff on. Equally, if you guys have any knowledge of what this is, please tell me. Okay, we're looking pretty good then. So I'll try and get all new features from the latest update in this patch, in this episode. If I failed to do that, then I apologise. But if we don't see something that's in the patch, then I can't show it to you. It's kind of as simple as that, really. Right, let's get into gear. Let's log in. Oh, this has changed. Look at this. Ah, these would be the rest stops. So this is why I said there were 2 reasons why I was starting this route again. And this is one of the key reasons, is the rest stops are now part of the route. And I think that's rather smart, don't you? That's something we've been asking for a while, so I'm really glad to see that. And the entire approach to resting has changed as well, and I think from the sounds of things that's going to be a great improvement. But right, I think we're in gear, aren't we? Yes, we're in gear. Get the handbrake off and let's go. So full one-to-one steering, 900-degree turning is a massive, massive improvement to the game. It feels so much more realistic. It's so much easier to control the coach. Everything about it is good. Now, did you see that, guys? Let me back up. Another new feature as part of this patch. You see these guys? They've all got icons above their heads. Now, I'll be totally honest with you, I don't know what those icons mean just yet, but I assume some of them are express check-in, some of them are people who just want to buy a ticket, and the others are people with sort of online printouts of their tickets. So that's another new feature. The game is actually evolving, and it's fantastic to see that. Let's get the doors open. Let's go and say hello to the people. Hello everybody, can I help you, sir? Let's find out what this guy is. Yeah, so you're a ticket guy. Paper ticket guy rather than a mobile phone guy. So, in case you guys didn't know it, once you get to level 2 or 3, you can use these, which is express check-in, which means you don't have to check their name. You just tick here, and it makes the whole process so much easier. It's a weird one.
Geht's.
Mahlzeit. Könnte ich bitte ein Ticket bei Ihnen kaufen?
You want to go to Cologne? Certainly, sir. I think we're going to Cologne. Let's just check if we have an available seat for you. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh boy.
Mann.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
Kein Problem, ich komm schon zurecht.
Okay, off you go then. Danke. Yes, thank you, thank you.
Mahlzeit. Könnte ich bitte ein Ticket bei Ihnen kaufen?
Beifeld. Yes, madam.
Danke für
You're most welcome. Hello. Danke. Oh, that's you again.
Den
Okay,
nächsten Bus.
okay, fantastico. Merci. Right, guys, so that was pretty straightforward. I can't see any luggage on the coach. Stand in the middle of the road. Yeah, well, there's not as many bags in there as I was expecting. I'll be totally honest. I thought there'd be a few more. But anyway, good luck, sir. Wonderful. Right. Just check everybody's sat down and comfortable. Everyone okay? Tea, coffee, chocolate, crisps, biscuits, anyone? Everyone okay? Fantastic. That's great. Right, let's sit ourselves down. Let's get Chris's lovely tones on. Okay, guys, so we're actually a little bit early. We're 10 minutes early. Still got a door open. I know the door's open. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I see, when the light's on, the door's open. Does that mean that one's open? Don't know. So let's get Chris on. Good morning, Chris. Now, I wish I knew what all of these things were. I know this is raise and lower the coach. This is the front, this is the back. Don't know what this is. Oh, I think that's turning off ABS, maybe. I don't know what that is. Let's get some lights on. It's a bit... Oh, goodness me, I can't do it with that. Let's do it this way. So 1.9 kilometers, and we've been driving for 0 hours apparently. There's not much else going on there. I suppose 5 minutes to go. I suppose we could just click this. And now it's time to go, so we can start the ride. Otherwise you guys are going to have to sit there, or I'm going to have to sit here all that time, and that just seems a bit silly. So, let's get out of that view, and let's go. So how are you all? I hope you're well. Oh my god. It's a bit of a wonky angle. But that would be my logo there. I don't know how any... And QWERTY Afro. Wow. That's actually quite cool. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to sit here and wait for that to come around again. Sim UK and QWERTY Afro. That is super cool. QWERTY Afro's at uni, so he might not know that. That's on there. I'm going to have to ping him a message and just say, yo, QWERTY, you and I, logo bros, man. Logo bros. That is awesome. That is so cool. It looks a bit weird at that angle. Maybe, I wish I'd sent a different logo. That's a shame. That is a shame. Anyway, that's so cool. They've put my logo in the game. I'm honoured. Thank you, TML. You're a lovely bunch of guys. You really are. So, there's been an enormous number of changes with this patch. Which way are we going here? Right, cool. There's some level art. Tomorrow you're going to have a cold. Oh, I see. Yes, I'm sorry. Let's go 23. 23 is probably too high, but we don't want you getting a cold, do we? So, as with every patch, there's AI improvements, and it's really difficult to assess whether or not it's worked. I guess you just kind of drive around, and if you see a bug with the AI, you mention it, and if you don't see any, then AI is perfect. I guess something like that. Who knows? Something along those lines, at least. But there's been a whole bunch of level art. They call it level art, which is for me a bit confusing. But tunnel entrance, exit, collisions fixed. Now, I've never experienced anything that coincides with that statement, but I know a lot of people have. So I assume they've sort of collated all the areas where there were invisible collisions, you know, colliding with invisible things, and they've fixed them. That's kind of what I understand from that. Look how wonderful this game is. So nice. It really is nice. Look at these flags. It must be very windy today out there. So that's one of the fixes that's come with this patch. Come on, fella. Thank you. Lighting has been fixed at certain bus stops. Now, there's no list of which bus stops they are. I may have experienced some poor lighting at bus stops, but nothing that really fully took my attention. Honestly, one-to-one steering, guys, makes a huge difference. If you haven't seen my video, check it out. It will definitely help you. I'm using a G27, as you can see in the video here, but the methods I use, the approach I use, should theoretically... Oh my god! Oh, that was way too close. Theoretically, should work with any steering wheel configuration. So go and check that out. Hopefully it will help you. Fingers crossed it will. Oh yeah, I've just spotted Let's Player ads updated. So that's why you saw my logo in the video there, because TML were in contact with me some while ago about putting my logo up in the game, and I'm so grateful to them that they did. But I wish I knew that they were going to put it in at that angle, because it just looks so odd, and I don't think anyone will recognise my logo because of that. But unless you're watching this video and I've pointed it out to you, I guess. But anyway, I'm so grateful to them for putting my logo in the game. They didn't have to do that at all. And to put me on a banner with QWERTY Afro is pretty cool. That makes me feel rather special. QWERTY Afro, if you haven't seen his channel, really good YouTuber. You should definitely go check him out. As I say, he's at uni at the moment, so he might not even know that his logo is in the game. But I'll be telling him for sure. We are logo bros, QWERTY. So, there's some performance enhancements, apparently. It's a bit vague, that. Technical and graphical performance improvements. I mean, that's so vague, I don't even know how I can begin to talk about what that would mean. Obviously, you'd expect that would have something to do with better FPS, but we're hitting 35 FPS at the moment, so that's pretty much standard with what we've been getting from the beginning. So I don't know what they've done or where I would be able to show you that, but apparently there are some performance enhancements throughout the game, which is good to hear, especially for those of you with perhaps lower spec PCs who are struggling to get this game working properly. Performance enhancements must be a massive deal for you, and it's really good that TML are making the effort for those. So AI, these guys, you can't see him there actually. There have been improvements again with AI. With every patch there appear to be improvements. Sometimes it does make things better, sometimes it makes things better and introduces bugs. And on some occasions, I honestly can't tell the difference. But again, oh, look at this guys. That's just so cool. There's a lane closed down there, did you see that? Sorry, that was incredibly brief. I'm not sure if we're joining that motorway or another one, but they'd actually closed a lane there. I've not seen that before. That'll be the first time I've actually seen a lane closure. I've been looking forward to seeing that. So hopefully we are joining that motorway and we'll see that again. We're heading in the right direction for it. Oh my gosh, look! They've closed off that road. Look at this. Okay. Well, with every good thing, there's a bad thing at the moment. You can see the police car has shut that lane off, and yet cars are spawning to the left of it. And on the slip road. The spawn points in this game are wrong. Look at this. I don't know what's going on over there. My goodness me. What would you do in that situation if I was that side of the road? Anyway, that's new. That's part of this patch. We haven't seen that before. Holy cow, that was close. No, it was closer than close. You're going to have to let me out at some point, guys. Goodness me. So, we've had an accident already. That's a bit of a shame. But we have seen one of the new key features for this patch release, and that is traffic incidents, events. Police control and highway blockages will now appear correctly. So that's cool. If I was actually involved in that blockage on the other side of the road, then I don't know that that would be a good thing, because it looked as though there was no way past it. So we'll see. If we get caught up in a blockage, we'll see if it's working correctly or not. But that was cool. That's the first time I've seen that, so I'm quite excited by that. Or pleased. That's better. Yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased to see that. That's evolvement. That's the game evolving. That's something I've been looking forward to seeing in the game since it first came out, and I'm so glad to see it there today. So what else do we have today? I can't show you the rest stop implementation today because we're not going to go far enough to warrant a rest stop. But rest assured, that should be in the next episode, and I can certainly show you that. And from the sounds of things, that has been improved greatly. And because of the way that it's been improved, it sounds as though refueling might also be modified. Whoa. I'm not sure having chicanes on a motorway is a good idea. Oh yeah, we're coming off here. It's okay. It's okay, we're in the right lane. It's all good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was pretty terrible. Yeah, so previously in the beta, and I love the way these motorways merge. It is so good, it really is. It's what makes the game feel so realistic. So yeah, previously, sorry, I get distracted quite easily when I'm driving. Previously, you had to get out of the coach to fill up. You actually had to go around to the petrol cap and fill it up. They took that out. I don't know why, but I miss it, and I know a lot of other people have mentioned that they miss it. So hopefully they'll bring that back in, because now, as part of a rest stop, you have to turn the engine off, open the door, and get out of the coach, which is great. That's far more realistic. There were people who requested being able to go into the shop and buy a candy bar. That's not going to be implemented by TML. But what's brilliant about this game, what makes this game so potentially wonderful, is that because it's built on the Unreal Engine, anyone with modding skills, Unreal modding skills, could potentially implement that. So they could make it, somebody out there could potentially make it possible to go into the shop and buy a candy bar when you're on your break. And they could possibly, I don't know if this bit is possible, but they could possibly make that a criteria. You have to go and get a snack or a cup of coffee or something. That would be interesting. I think that would be really cool. So lane changing is something that they've fixed, improved with the AI. So I probably won't notice when somebody does, but just keep your eyes on them. There's a lane change there. That seemed pretty smooth. But whilst I do have one-to-one steering and 900-degree turn, I'm not driving particularly well today. And that's partly because I'm a little bit out of practice. I haven't actually driven with this on one-to-one steering, so my mindset is kind of, you know, back when I didn't have one-to-one steering, so I have to relearn how to play with it. But yes, check out that tutorial if you haven't seen it, if you want one-to-one steering. And if it helps you out, please hit the like button. Like buttons are like food to a YouTuber. We need it to sustain our energy, as it were. So please, 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 if you appreciate the work that a YouTuber has put in, not just me, any YouTuber, please hit the like button for them. It means so much. It really, really does. So this is a lovely, smooth ride so far. I mean, the biggest... Whoa! Took my eye off it for the wrong time. Sorry about that. But the passengers are I bet they want to get off. I bet they all get off at the first stop. I wouldn't want to be on this coach with me driving like this. So, right, yeah, predominantly this patch is all about... Do I go around this guy? I don't know if we're coming off here or not. Just wait for the road signs. Yeah, we're coming off here. If the road signs can be believed, you have to be a bit careful. There are a few little road sign issues, as I've mentioned before. Go into Bonn, for example, don't follow the road signs. You'll end up you'll end up at the Frankfurt airport. So yeah, predominantly this patch is all about the rest stops. So it's a shame that this part of the route doesn't include a rest stop, but I guarantee you that the next one will. So I'll be able to show you that in the next video, so please join me for that. And it will give us an opportunity to further assess the AI and lane changing. That was a good lane change in front of me there. That car, having gone round the trucks, then pulled back into the lane, which is cool. That's how people drive. I love this. It looks great. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't like those white bits and this chicane thing. I don't understand. Is that really how it's done in Germany? Because that just appears to be danger. Oh, look at that. That's a cool sign. We're coming off here. Okay. This guy slowed down way too much, way too quickly. But anyway, no problems. We dealt with it. Look at this scenery. Isn't this wonderful? All this woodland. And these road signs, I'm sure they've had an update. They look so much better. So we're going left here, it seems. Yes, that coincides with the sat-nav. So that's good. That was a pretty nice corner there, I must say. So this game is evolving. Now, one thing I said I'd talk about, and I've only just remembered, thankfully. Look at the city. Look at the cityscape, man. Awesome. totally feels like you're coming up on the city, doesn't it? I think. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really nicely done. So... Oh, crikey. So yeah, the announcement, if you haven't seen TML's developer blog, come on. What is he doing? Are you stuck there because I'm right near you or something? Maybe... Yeah. I think you'd have some strong words to say to a driver who did that to you. Anyway. Yes, if you haven't seen it, TML have started, actually, this is a big point I should have mentioned earlier, started to release developer blogs in English. So whereas previously we had to listen to the German developer blog, Chris at TML has been considerate enough and thoughtful enough. Look at that, isn't that cool? I love all this stuff. Considerate enough and thoughtful enough to actually start releasing developer blogs in English, which is a great help for the English folk like myself. And as part of the most recent developer blog, they discussed the new edition, the new Coach Simulator that's coming. Now, I may have missed it, but I don't think they gave it a title, so for argument's sake, I'm going to call it Fernbus 2. And that's something that I've mentioned in previous videos before, that I had some concerns about after the Squirrel Q&A. There was a lot of mention about Fernbus 2 and how a lot of features that people were hoping would be in Fernbus are now actually going to be in Fernbus 2. Yeah, I wonder if I get... No, I don't think my logo's going to appear there. I'm not big enough a YouTuber for that. Who is going to be there then? We're actually putting advertising in. So there's Northern Alex. He's got a big banner, but he's a big YouTuber, and fair play to him. Okay. I don't think we're going to see our logo there anyway. Right. So moving on. There's my logo. There's me and QWERTY. I really wish they told me they were going to put my logo that way. It just looks so silly. QWERTY Afro, your logo looks much better than mine. I'm going to have to redesign mine and maybe politely ask that they put it in the right way. I doubt that will happen, but it's worth a try. Anyway, so yeah, Fernbus 2. I mentioned this before. I love this cityscape. It feels so amazingly good. Fernbus 2, there are a lot of benefits to the fact, and Chris at TML has assured everybody that development on Fernbus 2 is not in any way going to interfere or detract with the development that's going to occur for Fernbus 1. In fact, if anything, it's going to help Fernbus 1, because a lot of the features that people have requested for this game are just simply not possible with the current implementation of Fernbus. Which lane are we meant to be in? I'm going to say this one. Just simply not possible because of the way that TML initially put things together. It's not going to happen. So it is going to happen in Fernbus 2 because they're going to sort of build it from the ground up, I guess. Probably not from the ground up, but you know, go in and change massive features that would just take too long to achieve in Fernbus 2. Now the benefit of that is that some of those enhancements and new features, because Fernbus 2 is going to be closely associated still on the Unreal Engine, they could port it over theoretically, which means Fernbus is potentially, there's a lot of potentially when speaking about this game, but potentially Fernbus would be able to, hey look, Levi, all these companies, Midways, look, they're getting all their advertising in. Very shrewd of you guys at TML and probably Aerosoft driving that. Very shrewd indeed. So yeah, hopefully, potentially, some of the big enhancements that come as part of Fernbus 2 will eventually find its way over to Fernbus 1, which means all us guys who bought this game and were just hoping for the world and a little bit extra will theoretically get some of that world. Possibly. That not everything's going to be portable. For example, Fernbus 1 is not going to be Fernbus 2. That's not going to happen. But I could understand why many of you would be concerned about the fact that a Fernbus 2 is being made whilst Fernbus 1 is so far from being finished. But yeah, there's a lot of logic in what Chris has said about how the development on Fernbus 2 will potentially and theoretically assist Fernbus 1. So, oh my god, we're getting some terrible FPS here. 27, but look at it, it's choppy as hell. Wow, hasn't been like that before. So here we are, guys. This is our destination. I hope you found this video informative. I apologise to you for not being able to show you the new rest stop features, but I have told you a little bit about them, and I guarantee you that in the next video that will be covered in great detail. So that's it from me for now, and very much appreciate your coming back and seeing me. I'm so glad to see my logo in the TML in Fernbus, and thank you so much. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and goodbye.